Welcome back to LearningStrome Academy. So, friends, in this video we are going to talk about data types. Okay, so I think there's no need to say about if you're new to the channel. Okay, okay. So, friend, in this video we are going to discuss about data types available in Python. Okay, so friend, in Python, uh, there are some new data types, okay, which helps us to work or deal with very complex kind of things, okay. So actually, that's make it easy to that makes very easy to for programmer to work on a complex things, okay. So friend, in Python we have mainly we categorize our data types mainly in 8 categories, okay. So let's discuss all these 8 categories, okay. So first category that we have, friend, is Boolean data type. So friend, actually a Boolean data type have value true and false. Actually, this is this kind of data type is also you can find in other languages. So I think you are aware about the Bool data type. Okay, so friend, Bool data type actually have only two values, true and false. Okay, if I want to assign any like suppose I have a identifier A. Okay, A, and I am going to assign a value true to it, okay. So friend, it will behave like a it will behave like an bool data type, okay. See, if I will check the type of it, okay, we can check the type of any particular variable with the type function, okay. If I will check the type of this particular identifier, so my and Python virtual machine will say me that it is kind of bool data type, okay. And you can see it is saying that it is kind of bool. Okay, so friend, the two possible values for the boolean is true and false, okay. So friend, one more thing that I have to tell you regarding bool, okay. In this video, just we are going to talk about the various kind of data type available in Python, okay. In the next video, friend, we will talk individually about the various data type, okay. So friend, in the next data we have numeric, okay friend. So numeric data type, friend, have like in numeric data type, friend, we have three kind of data types. One is integer, other is float, and third is complex, okay. So friend, here integer, other is float, and other is complex, okay. So in first thing that you have to remember regarding Python, in Python, when there's no kind of long data type, okay. In three version we don't have a long data type, okay friend. In the Python 2 version we have a long data type, okay. But now friend, if we are want to assign any numeric in any integral value, okay, so it will came in the category of integer. It doesn't matter how much large it is, okay. It will always lie in the integer range, okay. If I'm assigning a any larger value, okay, any larger value, friend, if I if I will check the type of it, friend, so it will came in the category of the integer. See, friend, we see it is kind of integer, okay. So friend, now if I'm assigning any kind of integral number, so friend, so it will always identify by the integer data type, okay. So friend, in Python, for integral number we have only one data type, that is integer. We don't have long data, we don't have short kind of things in Python, okay. So friend, a float, okay. One more thing, friend, regarding float, that we don't have double data type, okay. We don't have double kind of things. If I want to assign any fraction number, okay, in Python, so we have only one data type, that is float, okay. So friend, it here for this, see, if I want to assign 8.4, okay. So if I want to check the type of it, see, yeah, where our Java Python virtual machine is saying that it is kind of float, okay. So friend, it is our float data type, okay. So friend, now the next data type we have complex. Friend, actually it is very useful concept, okay, that introduced in Python kind of languages, okay. So actually friend, Python, the data type we have is makes such a powerful, okay. So it can we can use such kind of concepts to solve very we can very different kind of areas, okay, which required or which required such kind of data type, okay friend. So complex data type, friend, actually the person who belongs from mathematics, they I think know about complex. Actually friend, complex data type, complex number have two parts. One is imaginary part and another is real part, okay. So first part is non the real part. So the format of the complex number is, friend, if I want, let's suppose 10, this is a real part, friend, and there is imaginary part, okay. Let's suppose the imaginary part, friend, the imaginary part always, friend, at attached with the j. Okay, it should be attached with j. Okay, if I will use any other word like I or k a, so my interpreter will say that no, it is wrong. Okay, my printer will say invalid status. Okay, so whenever I want to write any complex number, then find the format of it. The first number, okay, that is imaginary number. The second number, that is sorry, the first number is real number, the second number, that is a imaginary number. It always should be attached with j. Okay, symbol j. Okay, so friend, if I will check the type of this identifier, and then my interpreter will say me that okay, it is kind of complex number. Okay, so that this is a fourth, yeah, this is a four data that are available in Python, friend. Okay, so friend, it is kind of numeric type. Okay, so now friend, if we talk about the sequence types, friend, so what is the meaning of sequence? Sequence means when we have things in a sequence. Okay, if I want, if I have such kind of requirement, so friend, for this we have sequence type. Okay, so friend, for sequence type, first the data we have range. So range, friend, if I want range database, friend, which help us, friend, if I want to if I want a number in a particular sequence, in particular range. Okay, for such we use the range data type. Okay, let's suppose I want a number from uh, till 10. Okay, I want number till 10. Okay, so what is mean that it is going to assign a number, okay, from 0 to, okay, 9, 0 to 9. Okay, the number that we are signing here, okay, it is excluded. We are not, our interpret is not going to include it. Okay, so if I'm going to print it, let's see, if I'm going to print it for I in a. Okay, let's print the value of I. Okay, so friend, if I'm going to print it, so you can see we are printing a number from 0 to 9. So we have a sequence here. Okay, so friend, actually, if whenever I want to print a particular I want a particular sequence, so I can use the range data type. Okay, so this is a range data type. Okay, friend, so other data we have a list. Okay, friend, so list is again, friend, we have is a kind of sequence types. Okay, friend, if I want if I want if I want a list. Okay, friend, actually list is kind of, we can say, heterogeneous array. Okay, we can say heterogeneous array. Okay, so friend, if you have numbers like 10, 20, okay, and 10, 20, and like uh, learning strong. Okay, learning strong. Okay, the thing that we have like Python. Okay, like the thing we have, friends, advanced Java. Okay, okay, friend, so like we have Java. Okay, so friend, so here we have, if I want to represent, okay, if I want to represent heterogeneous kind of arrays. Okay, friend, so we have for this we have a list. Okay, friend, so list, friend, for this we have a list. Okay, so actually I will talk about it in detail. Okay, when we will discuss about it. Okay, friend, so friend, one more thing, then whenever I want to consider this, so friend, also always have to use the scale bracket for it. Okay, if I will use other kind like, okay, friend, so if I will check the type of it, let's suppose if I will check the type of event, so my interpreter will say me that okay, it is kind of list data type of event. So in the next video we are going to talk about it, about all it. Okay, what are the features of list? Okay, see, if I'm going to print it, then friend, we are getting 10, 20 learning Python, advanced Java, and Java. Okay, so my interpreter is saying that yeah, you are the type you are using is list. Okay, so this is a list, friend. So one other friend type we have tuples. Okay, friend, so there is little difference between the tuple and list. Okay, so we are going to talk about. So friend, one more thing, whenever I want to use a represent tuple, friend, then I have to use the round brackets. Okay, so friend, if I'm going to print it, see, friend, our interpreter is saying that you are using tuple now. Okay, so this is another data we have. Okay, so friend, other data we have, friend, strings. Okay, so friend, in Python we don't have a character data type. Okay, if I want to represent a single character, okay, if I want to represent a single character, friend, then I have to even use the string data types. Okay, friend, so then I have to even use the string data. Let's suppose I want to a is equal to okay friend, then friend it is again, if I will check the type of it, my interpreter will not say it is character type, my interpreter will say it is string type. Okay, so friend, in Python we don't have a cat data type. Okay, we don't have character data type, we have only string data type to represent a particular characters. Okay, so keep in mind friend, we don't have float data, we don't have short kind of, we don't have double data, we don't have a character data type in Python. Okay friend, so even if I want to represent single character, then friend I have to use a string data type for it. Okay friend, so we can represent strings in different ways, we are going to discuss about in our next coming video. Okay friend, so the next data type friend, we have binary sequence types. Binary sequence type means friend that we have such kind of data type which save the information in a binary format. Okay, so friend, so the data type which we use for binary sequence are bytes and bytes array. Actually friend, bytes and bytes, there is just little difference between them. One of one is mutable, other is immutable. Okay, just a little difference. Okay, but both are used to store the store the values in a binary format. Okay, simply like suppose a, and I want to store a binary byte data. Okay, let's suppose ajy, let's suppose learning Strom Academy. See friend, okay, so friend, the way, if I want to print it, see, if I want to print it friends, the way it is going to store data internally, it is going to store data in the binary format. Okay, so actually friend, the we will discuss about what are the ranges of it. Okay, and we are going to discuss its all fundamentals. Okay, in our coming videos. Okay friend, so we are also, so friend, actually byte and byte array both are same. Okay, just little difference between the mutable, one is mutable and this immutable. Okay, the other data friend, we have set data. Yes friend, we also Python also have a capability to perform the set operations. Okay, so you can see friend, actually Python is providing us such kind of data types that make us more powerful, the program that makes programmer to perform such kind of operations. Okay, mathematical operations that make our application very efficient. Okay, so friend, we have set data type. Actually friend, in set data we have two type things, set and frozen set. Actually friend, the little difference in them, one is mutable, other is immutable. Okay, so friend, if whenever I want to represent set data, then they are going to consider in a curly braces. Okay, the curly braces, and then find the data that I want to use. Okay, so say 10, 20, 30, whatever I want to use. Okay, I can use here. Okay, see friend, if I'm going to see friend, we are getting set here. Okay friend, if you are notice one thing, so it's good, otherwise I will explain you in a coming video. Okay, here, okay, so it is all about sets. Okay friend, so other function we have mapping. Okay, so friend, mapping types friend, mapping is a dictionary type. Okay, in Python we have a dictionary. Okay, so friend, if you want to consider, see when, if you are going to check its type, see if you are going to check its type, see what is saying that it is set. Okay, it is set. Okay friend, now friend, if I want friend, if you want to use dictionary, then how to use or how to declare dictionary friend. If you want to declare dictionary, then friend, actually in dictionary we have values in a pair forms. Okay, like we have a pair of keys and values. Okay, like we have pair of keys and values. For example friend, you have phone number with the phone number have corresponding value and the name of the person. Okay, so if you want to store such kind of data, then you have to use a dictionary kind of thing. Okay, when you are storing a things in a pair forms, like phone number, the corresponding name for a phone number, like you are saving a number for LearningStrome Academy. Okay, so here you are saving LearningStrome as a value, a number as a key. Okay, so friend, actually whenever you want to store a pair values, then we use the dictionary data type. Okay, so friend, the way we declare a dictionary data is same like sets. We have to use the curly braces. Okay friend, so now might you confuse that if we are using the same curly braces, so what is it, how our compiler identifies regarding that, is it set data type or is it dictionary data type? Okay friend, we will discuss about it in our next coming video, don't worry. Okay, so here friend, actually if you want to declare a like if you want to declare a the dictionary different, we need to provide two values, one is key and is value. Okay, so let's provide the key is friend, let's say okay, and next, okay, so the next value that I want to next key. Okay, sorry, academy. Okay, so friend, in this academy. Okay, so in this way we can provide our values. Okay, and we can assign a specific key to it. Okay, see friend, so friend, one more thing, that the key should not be duplicated and the value should be, but the key should be unique. Okay, so see friend, we have two different keys regarding the values. Okay, if I print the a, my compiler will, let me save this program and run this program. Okay, my Python will say, okay, sorry. So actually we are getting error just because when we don't have to use the equals to sign. Okay, we have to use the colon sign for the okay, then save the program. Okay, then friend, we will see that okay, we have a uh, this is a dictionary. Okay, the key values are this and the values are this. Okay, and my interpreter is saying that we you have dictionary data type. Okay friend, so friend, this is kind of dictionary data type. Okay friend, so friend, one more thing that I have to tell you about none. Okay, so yeah friend, none is also data type in Python. Okay friend, actually friend, if you want, its purpose is to specify when you don't have anything, when we want to represent null friend, in that case we use the none data type. Okay friend, let me tell you one simple example. Like suppose I am defining a function. Okay, like simply function. Okay, in that function I don't want to do anything. Okay, I don't want to do anything. Okay, simply now friend, I want to call it. Okay, I want to call this function, and I want to okay, I'm expecting some values from this function. That's why I'm writing this function in a print. Okay, now friend, actually we are not doing anything in this function. Okay, so in there my function is not going to return anything here. Okay, but we are expecting something here. Okay, so in such cases friend, none is useful. Okay friend, so our interpreter is going to return none in this kind of cases. Okay, so let's run this program. Friend, we are getting none here. Okay, so friend, whenever our we don't have anything, whenever our interpreter don't have anything, okay, to give us, okay, then it will give provide us nothing. Okay, when it's mean that whenever we are not provide any, and whenever we are not providing any values, okay, in that case we use the none. Okay friend, so I hope the things are clear to you. Okay friend, so in the next video we are going to discuss about in integer data type. Okay, so thank you friend, bye bye.